Hi guys, I'm not sure how more cynical Nigel Farage can get, because he stood up in the House of Commons on Thursday and spoke about the right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk, who was assassinated the day before. Now, he also said that people should not engage in incitement and vilification. Yes, Nigel Farage said this. Have a listen.
Point of order, Nigel Farage.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. My mind is filled with the horrendous images yesterday of the assassination of Charlie Kirk, an American, a conservative, a Christian, a family man, gunned down. He'd attracted the following of many millions of young Americans, and indeed had a growing online presence in our country, especially after he spoke at the Oxford Union last month. I absolutely believe in free speech, but we all understand there are limits to free speech. Incitement, constant personal vilification, the use of horrendous historical images. And this is not a left-right issue. It's not a left-right debate. I think it's incumbent upon all of us, whichever side of the divide we're on, however passionately we feel, to behave with personal responsibility. And I mourn the loss of my friend.
Yeah. Okay. So Nigel Farage is suggesting people take responsibility for their actions and not engage in incitement or vilification. Does that also include asylum seekers? Does that include people who are Muslims, who are in these hotels that Nigel Farage constantly talks about getting them closed, and how these people are not integrating into society, and how these people are, a lot of them are criminals and sex pests and all sorts of things? Is he talking about these people as well, and also those who vilify them? Is he talking about himself here? Now, it's interesting that Nigel Farage has never condemned the shootings in America. You know, Charlie Kirk was on the side of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. He said, you know, even if people get killed as a result of that, that's a price worth paying. Now, it is ironic that he was on the receiving end of somebody who had a gun. If this had happened in the UK, of course, it wouldn't happen in the UK because the UK has stricter gun control. If the United States has stricter gun control, it's possible that Charlie Kirk could still be alive today. But Nigel Farage, I've never heard him condemn attacks on children in schools because of these shootings. I've never heard him call for greater gun control. I've never heard him condemn attacks on Democrats. But as soon as a Republican or a conservative has been on the receiving end of this, he wants people in Parliament to hear about it. I could be overly cynical in suggesting that Nigel Farage should be talking about his constituency, but each MP is allowed to talk about whatever they want. But why is Nigel Farage so absent from Parliament most of the time, and then when he does turn up, he doesn't talk about his constituency, he talks about international issues? But perhaps Nigel Farage can take a step back from all of this and suggest to people within his party and people associated with his party not to engage in the type of incitement and vilification that he's condemning here. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.